Yes, DJs.
Papa, may sexy nga babae nga anyara ni Carla. Dimbaligyan ako, han iya tahong. Dako daw matambok, baratong hindi to. Nanganugan ako, na makita ng iba. Gimpalit ko dayon, ang tahong ni Carla. Pasurin sa balay, diretso ko ginluto. Gimbo ka ambot niya, naging tuwang ko. Ako hindi mangahang, nang napausang. Mapula-pulangan, mamumok ang tahong niya. Makaratampis, manatok, maharang-harang. Naiibang ang tahong, ako nagtitilawan. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo. Tahong ni Carla. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo. Tahong ni Carla. Intestingan ko, iwat sa strikuha. Bangin mas marasa kontra. Ginhugasan, hinmaupay, ngang ginsunad, himpahiran, hinmargarin, nga diri magmaluat. Ako inabutukan, ang akong pagtulon, ay mas marasa pa kung panimpoted na tahong. Ginkaon na tanan, pati ang balayan, waray na bilingan, waray ko ay gingkaragan. Nanulutan at tuhod, nganan akong paa, agihan tahong ni Carla nga marasa. Bulosan akong t-shirt, nga akong ginlubas, agihang paggawas, sa aking balhas. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo, ang tahong ni Carla. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo, ang tahong ni Carla. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo, ang tahong ni Carla. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo, tahong ni Carla. Kada adlaw nga pagkikita namon ni Carla, may ada ko na inabot sa iya. Nagkakagusto na ako ang Carla, agihang tahong niya nga marasa. Pagkumati ko, na gusto kong hiya, ako inalipay ang ginbatang niya. Gusto pa daw ang pagkita namon, may ada na daw hiya. Gusto na nga ako paglabay lahi, mga tulad kabulan. Nagdesisyon kami nga magpakasal sa simbahan. Yan na kay naglulumon na kami na duha. Tulong-sulo ko na ang tahong ni Carla. Tahong, makaro-karo, makaro-karo, 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 ang tahong ni Carla.
Carla. Okay. Alright, okay. At umulit. So, okay. So, ayan. At tahong-tahong ni Carla. At okay naman. At sana naman ay naririnig nyo tayo. At okay. At hindi natin masigurado ito kung ito tayo ay naririnig. Okay. Mukhang mukhang wala tayong monitor, ha? At pero naka-indicate naman dito sa aming naka-indicate dito na nakakapagsalita tayo, nagkakaroon ng green dito. So siguro ay medyo malinis lang ang itong microphone natin. Kaya ayun, lagay ko. Ayan. Oh, ayun, lagay ko. Ayan. Alright. Okay. Ayun pala ang diferensya. Hindi pala tayo nakapower. I see. Okay, so ngayon, okay na po. Okay na. At ayan, okay na po ang ating microphone ngayon. Ayan, okay na. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Nakatest na po talaga yan. Okay, ayan. Alright, so teka, bakit nag-echo? Okay, so yan na lang. Ayan na lang. At medyo maganda po yan, ha? Maganda itong MC mode. So, okay, so tutok lang po mga kabarangay. Tutok lang po. Ayan, thank you. Thank you po sa pagsama sa ating ngayong gabi at ating po rin tabayanan ng ating co-pilot na mukhang busy lang kasi medyo maganda yung kanya, bago po yung kanyang trabaho, kumpanya at medyo nag-a-adjust pa siya. So atin muna siyang tawag dito, bigyan siya ng konting room para naman makapag-adjust. Alright, so hopefully at makakasama natin siya sa susunod na Martes, sa susunod na Linggo. Ayan, time out. Yeah, take more time. Rain deal. Okay, at marami po tayo mga balita at nakikirami po tayo sa pagpanaw ng isa sa sikat na Australian international artist, singer, Olivia Newton-John. At pumanaw na po si Olivia sa edad na 70 siyam. Ayan. 73 po. 73. So, nakikiramay po tayo sa mga mahal sa buhay ni Olivia Newton-John. Okay. So, tayo po ay nalulungkot man. Mukhang sunod-sunod po yung mga artist natin na nagpumapanaw. Dalawa na po rito sa Australia. Yung isa ay yung si Judith Durham ng The Seekers, yung mga panahon po ng ating mga tatay yun. At tatay ko po, hindi ko na po inabutan si Judith Durham. Okay, pero si Olivia Newton-John, yan, inabutan ko yan sa Greece. Yan, okay. Inabutan ko talaga sa Greece yan. Yan, talagang paborito na, together with John Travolta. Ayan, ang mga sikat dun sa movie na yun. It's a legend, tawag dito. It's an iconic movie. Iconic movie yung Grease na yan. Okay. So now is Olivia Newton-John ay pumanaw na. John Travolta still there. Always reinventing himself. Talagang galing niya si Travolta talaga. Talagang Saturday Night Fever talaga. Okay. Alright, so gano'n naman. Atin naman batiin ang ating kabarangay na ano po natin, nakapanayam natin bago sila lumisa ng Hawaii. At ito nga po si Miss Cecile Byrne. At kahit paano po ay nagkamit po siya ng parangal. Hindi man niya nakamit ang corona ng Mrs. Universe. Of course, let's try again. So, pero nagkamit po niya ang corona bilang best costume or best international costume sa Hawaii. Okay, mabuhay ka, Cecile Byrne.
boxer for representing Australia with his yellow garlands of flowers right on his shoulders. Accented by the gold trimmings.
Ladies and gentlemen, our sixth finalist, Miss Melbourne, Australia, representing the Filipino community of Melbourne, Australia.
Cecil Byrne. Okay, mabuhay ka Cecil at you make us proud ng iyong tagumpay diyan sa tawag dito sa Honolulu, Hawaii. Ayan. So mabuhay ang Cecil Byrne at maghanap na naman po tayo ng panibagong tawag dito pageant na pwedeng masalihan ni Miss Cecil Byrne at Arinawa ay magtatagumpay po siya sa susunod na patimpalak. Alright, okay. Okay, as always, try and try until you win. Yun nga, victory. Ayan, okay. So, kahit pa paano ay panalo na rin ang mga kaibigan ni Cecil dahil balik niya sa pagiging frontliner. Ayan. Okay, mabuhay ka, Cecil. Ayan. Okay. Hindi man siya nagwagi sa Hawaii, pero wagi naman ang Melbourne community dahil balik na naman po si Cecil sa kanyang tungkulin bilang isa nating health frontliner. Okay, mabuhay ka, Cecil. Okay. Victory. Okay. Ano pa ba mga balita natin sa paligid-ligid naman? Itong what sa Pilipinas po? Itong mga tungkol po dito sa panibagong outbreak ng COVID-19, monkeypox, at saka pati sa dengue sa atin sa Pilipinas. Okay, so marami po talagang pagsubok na dinadanas ngayon ng hindi lang ang ating bansa, kundi buong mundo po. At nag-scramble nga po sila. Ibig sabihin, naghanap po ng mga vaccine against monkeypox. Kasi po talagang lumalaganap ang monkeypox sa Europa. At kahit pa paano, nakapasok na rin sa Pilipinas. Nakapasok na rin po dito sa atin sa Australia. Alright, so talagang, oh yes, nakapasok na talaga. So, ingat-ingat lang po tayo. Ito namang alitan, ito namang controversial, hindi lang controversial, crisis. Yan, sabihin natin, crisis na talaga yan. Yung sa Taiwan crisis between, alam niyo yung crisis, ang ibig sabihin niyan turning point. Maaring lumihis papunta sa kapayapaan o lumihis, ayaw na nating malaman kung ano man ang kabila ng kapayapaan. Subalit nakakabahala at nakakatakot po dahil napakalapit po sa Pilipinas ng Taiwan. At nandyan po nag-aaway po ang mainland, ang People's Republic of China, at the same time ang United States, Estados Unidos, over sa Taiwan. Okay, pinag-aagawan po nila yan. Gusto sinabi ng China, ang Taiwan po ay talagang kanilang probinsya lang yan. At sabi naman ng Estados Unidos, ang Taiwan ay isang malayang bansa, isang demokrasya. Ayan, so atin pong wag na po nating hintayin ang susunod. Manalangin po tayo upang hindi naman sana magkaroon ng ah, tawag dito ng maling step ang magkabilang panig. Mhm. Okay, so itong huwag na po nating ibalita yan at nakakadismaya lang po at tungkol sa isang Filipino-American na babae sa USA na nakatulan po ng habang buhay. Ha? Hindi na po natin elaborate kung ano po ang kanyang kasalanan. Um, hmm, okay, but please love the man was also thought possibly the first Filipino heritage advocate. Okay. Interesting to ha. Uh, okay, ito naman ay si Zainab Haraki that shy away from a question from Vice Ganda before pertaining to her ex or former boyfriend in the live episode of its Showtime. Sino naman itong si Zainab Haraki? Okay, tingnan po natin. Si Zainab Haraki. Kung sino naman itong ini-interview ni Vice, ni PC Ganda. Okay. Wag na yan. Wag na natin pahabain yan. At, okay, samantala ay tawag dito at atin naman pong nung nakaraang linggo po ay pinalad naman po tayo na makalahok sa isang beauty pageant, internationally recognized beauty pageant at ito pong Miss Earth Australia Victoria Finals. Ayan, so panoorin po natin ang kanilang Victoria Finals ng Miss Earth Australia. Okay, nasaan na ba yun? Nawala na. Kaya ito po ayun, teka, at, atin pong i-project.
The story of the first act is the Earth One fusion. The way of life of animals living happily in a forest is demonstrated through dance. This dance performance is based on Temple Wanam Kandam dance, and Wanam is a special feature in Kandam dance and one of the most described behaviors of animals.
Absolutely, and they also signify the Pupusa Vandama, which also reflects the majesty of the eagle, and Mayura Vandama reflects the beauty of the peacock, and of course Turanga Vandama, which also reflects the power of the stallion, and the Kachuka Vandama reflects the majesty of the tusk. So we got experience on the floor.
Starting, please welcome Shashila Dance Group on the floor.
Put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, Shashila Dance Troupe. This
Galing po talaga, ha? Talagang well choreographed talaga yung presentation na yon. So it was really a good experience for sa inyong lingkod, barangay chairperson. Okay. Ika, patigilan muna natin. Patigilan mo muna tigilan mo muna natin yan. At, alright, so, okay naman mga Dapper Cats, shoutout lang po, shoutout lang kayo dyan. At sa ating palatuntunan ngayon. At of course, binabati natin ang happy birthday ang mga kabarangay natin. Marami pong may mga birthdays ngayon. So, para doon sa mga birthday, ito pong handog namin sa inyo. Okay, may mga birthday po dyan. Sa mga Dabarkas natin na kasalukuyan nagsa-celebrate na kanilang birthday. I think si Sophia Bailon, I don't know kung ito'y kapatid o anak ni Maria Rica Bailon. Happy birthday. Okay. Mga pangyayari po ngayon sa ating iba't ibang panig ng mundo na ay nakakabahala po. Nandyan po yung awayan ng Russia at saka Ukraine na nagpapakaroon ng tawag dito, nervyos po, nagpapanervyos sa Europa. Tapos ngayon naman, ito yung mga alitan ng People's Republic of China at saka ng Estados Unidos dito sa Taiwan issue, ay siya po naman nagpapanervyos sa atin dito sa Asia Pacific region. Ano ba yan? Oh, no. Okay, talagang oh no talaga. So, delikado po yan, delikado. Nako, kaya yan sana ang ating ma-avoid. Na sometimes you wish na bumalik po tayo sa mga normal time nung araw, yung mga kapanahunan po ng ating tatay nung tayo po'y bata pa. Kung ihahambing po sa kasalukuyang panahon ay nakakatakot po talaga ang kasalukuyang panahon. At kung ating pong maaalala, nung pong kapanahunan natin, mga kabataan o yung kapanahunan po ng mga kuya natin, kung tayo po naman ay bata pa, gaya ng inyong lingkod, Okay, at kwento po sa atin ng ating mga kuya, mga pinsan na mas nakakatanda sa atin ay ganito daw po ang kanilang buhay nung araw. Yan. Ayan po natin. Nako po, habang pinapanood po natin yan, paminsan-minsan yung ano na yan, yung video clip na yan para bang ah, hindi natin maintindihan ng ating puso ay para bang nangungulila at naalala po natin na yung iba dyan, yung mga iba inabutan natin. Yung iba po naman ay talagang sobra na po antigo kaya hindi na po natin inabutan yun. Ha? Okay. Ayan, so yun po ang buhay ng nung araw. Napakasimple po, hindi po it's complicated. Hindi kagaya po ngayon, it's so complicated. Ha? Talaga naman complicated talaga ang buhay ngayon. At nandyan patuloy yung awayan ng mga magkakabilang panig. So anyway, talaga pong tayo ay sumayaw na lang at of course, we just live one day at a time. Kaya okay, pag ano na lang po tayo, wala naman po tayo magagawa, kundi umasa na lang na tayo po ay kasihan ng may kapal at upang hindi po magkaroon ng hindi inaasahang kaguluhan ng ating mundo ng ibabaw at the moment. So, in the meantime, enjoy na lang po tayo. Okay?
Wala nang ninanais, ligaya ka langit. Oh, magandang dilag. Bawat lakad mo, lahat sila napapatingin. Di mawari, ba't ganun ang nangyayari sa akin? Isang ngiti mo lang parang nakakabaliw. Ano ba ang ginawa mo? Pinaaaliw. Nanaw na para bang isang tala sa gitna ng kalawakan. Oh, magandang dilag, puso ko'y nabihag. Wala nang ninanais, ligaya kang langit. Oh, magandang dilag. Oh, magandang dilag, puso ko'y nahalina. Wala nang ninanais, iyaya ng langit. Oh, magandang dilag.
DJ Rolly Mar Techno Remix.
Kahit na pilitin pang umiwas-iwas sa'yo, paikot-ikot ka dito sa isipan ko. Wala na nang iba, nag-iisa ka lang, nag-iisang bituin sa kalangitan ko. Oh, nanaw na para bang isang tala sa gitna ng kalawakan. Oh, magandang dilag, puso ko'y nabihag. Wala nang ninanais, ligaya kang langit. Oh, magandang dilag. Oh, magandang dilag, puso ko'y nahalina. Wala nang ninanais, iyaya ng langit. Oh, magandang dilag.
DJ Rolly Mar Techno Remix.
Napakarami pong mga sine ngayon na nakaka-exciting na panoorin po. Isa po na dyan ay ang tawag dito, ang Maid in Malacanang po. Meron pong one-day showing po dito po sa atin sa Melbourne, Victoria, sa ika-11 po ng Agosto. Diyan po sa Dendy, Brighton Theater. Kung nais po ninyong mapanood ay makipag-ugnayan po kayo sa ating kaibigang Liz Kimora. Okay, para po yan sa Maids in Malacanang. Yan, no? Kung nais mo mapanood at nag-aagawan po sa ticket. Kailangan po ay first in best dress po. Okay, Maids in Malacanang. Okay, Maids in Malacanang. Okay, tatawagan na po ninyo si Liz Kimora. Okay, upang makahabol po kayo ng ticket. At okay, inaalam lang po natin ang numero ni Tito Liz Kimora. Okay, upang maihatid natin sa inyo at malay ko maraming nais na mapanood itong movie na ito at hindi lang alam kung saan po kukuha ng ticket. Kaya ito po ating public service ay ayan, okay, at ibibigay ko po sa inyo. Handa na po kayong kumuha ng inyong lapis at papel upang makopya po ninyo itong telepono. Ayan, ni Liz Kimora. Okay, para po sa showing ng Maids in Malacanang. Okay, ayan po. Oops, 19 na po yan ha. Ilagay po natin ulit yung ilagay po natin ang petsa. Okay, para naman ay 19 August 2022, 6 to 8 p.m. Okay. Yan. Okay, so yan po para makita po ninyo ulit. Yan, so 6 to 8 p.m. premiere showing of Maid in Malacanang in Melbourne. Yan po dito, one night only po, one night only. Tumawag po kayo kay Liz Kimora on 0433-207-315. Okay, mabuhay ka Liz Kimora, Barangay Liz Kimora, sa iyong public service na naman na paglilingkod sa ating mga kabarangay. Alright. Okay, so ngayon naman, ito naman po isang movie na nais natin pakita sa inyo. Ito po ay yung movie ni Jojoy, yung Easter Sunday. Nako, ito po hinihintay rin natin na sana naman maipalabas dito either Netflix o whatever Prime Video or movie theater sa traditional na sinehan. Okay, so ito po at ipakita po natin sa inyo ang tawag dito, Easter Sunday. Easter Sunday ang tema na ito ng palabas na ito. Alright, ayan.
Joe, I'm just gonna get started. How does this feel?
Overwhelming. I can't believe it. Like, look at this. This is beautiful. It's like, you never think that something like this is going to happen, especially like with my mom, she came in like 1969 where there was just like no representation, no identity. You know what I mean? So it's like when my mom looked for other Filipinos, she would literally have to look for other Filipinos. You know what I mean? She didn't go to IG. There was no Facebook. There was none of that. She was just by herself looking for people that looked like her and just walk up to them. Filipino. Mexican. Oh, sorry. Like, and as funny as that is, that was our reality. So for her to actually, and me to actually see this happen now, you know what I mean? It's like, yo, that's our family. Like, this is our people. It was dope. It was so cool.
So I really wanted to start with this question. How did you gather like all of the actors for this film? Like, what was the thinking around
That's
that?
the same process as any movie. These guys, it's Jay, and it was, and yo, you're not gonna believe this, but Steven Spielberg was a big part of the casting as well. Like, that's another beautiful thing. Like, I dropped Coming In Hot, right? My second special.
Yeah.
And when that came out, we get a call from Amblin. I'm just thinking it's a general.
Yeah.
The minute I walk in, they're like, "Oh my God, Steven loves you." It's like the next person. "Oh my God, Steven loves you." "Oh my God, next Steven loves you." And then I'm like, "Are you talking about Steven from accounting?" like, not the guy that makes the dinosaur movies. There's no way. And then the minute we went up to the top, for the meeting, they were like, "Steven can't stop talking about you. He loves your work and wants to know if you can do a movie." And I'm like, "What?" I was about to go to Chick-fil-A, but yeah, I'll do that. So it's literally a fairy tale.
So I have to ask Jay and Jimmy, so how did you get involved as an executive producer and as a director?
I was, sitting in my house on lockdown from COVID, and I got a call that said, "Hey, you know Jojoy?" From my agent. And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I know Jojoy." They said, "You want to make his movie?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Can you be in Vancouver in 3 weeks?" I said, "Yeah, I'll start packing right now." And it was fast. Like, I was in Vancouver in about 3 weeks, and then I spent 2 weeks in lockdown, which meant I was in an apartment alone, often nude, walking around quietly, not spreading COVID, and then finally they let me out.
So that's how you got involved, Jay. How about you, Jimmy?
You know what's funny? I was watching this Kevin Hart interview with Chris Rock, and Kevin was like, "Dude, you were the one that put your arm around me." I was like, "Yo, welcome to the world." And that was Joe. Joe was always my big brother. in the stand-up comedy world, and he like welcomed me in, with that caliber of comic, So I've always loved Joe, and then when Joe went in with the meeting with Amblin, Steven singing his praises, but from day one it was just like, Joe, that's my guy. This is a no-brainer for any of us. It's just like a dream team coming together.
Woof, I love you, Jimmy.
I'm going to use this word really intentionally. We have legends in this panel. I mean,
goes without saying.
Right? So
goes without saying.
I remember it was my Lolo who told me that Lou Diamond Phillips was Filipino. I didn't know. Lolo was like, "Hey, he's Filipino." He is. And then my Lola said that Tia is Filipino. I'm like, "Oh, really?"
How old were you?
12.
12.
I was 12. But okay, so we don't use that word legend lightly, but you both have portrayed a wide range of characters in almost every film genre imaginable, but have rarely played Filipino characters. I remember reading Never. So, okay, I remember reading the Esquire interview, Lou, that went around, where you mentioned that you've only played a Filipino twice before this.
I was trying to rep the Asian cred from way back. There just weren't any roles,
Yeah.
And so when I was reading a breakdown on this film, and I saw a role that said Lou Diamond Phillips, I thought, I might be able to play that. I might be authentic enough to pull that one off.
So did Jimmy.
I auditioned for your role.
Jimmy
for Lou Diamond Phillips. They said it.
Jimmy's like, I can play Lou just like Lou.
I auditioned too, Lou.
Yeah. I know, see?
Yeah.
And all of us got lucky because like Ralph Macchio might have taken it.
This is how important Lou Diamond Phillips and TA is to me, right? So like I'm just struggling on my own identity because I'm half white, half Filipino. So my mom and dad divorced. I'm living with these Filipinos that are taking me in, and I'm loving it. You know what I mean? My dad, I don't know where they're at, but like I'm just trying to find something that represents me, that looks like me. So every time I went to like a movie or anything, I'm just trying to find something. And every time something that kind of looked like it, I'm like, that's a Filipino. And it was always a game, not a game, but it was just like, it was my sense of identity. It was me being able to hold my flag up, be like, yo, that's me. See, we're on the screen. And that's what Lou Diamond was when I saw La Bamba. And when I saw Tia on Wayne's World, I just remember I couldn't even concentrate on the movie because when she walked in, I was like, that's definitely like she looks like my cousin. Like there's that woman. I don't know what that accent is, but that's definitely a Filipino. Swear. That's how Hollywood was back then. They didn't care that she was Filipino. And that's the kind of shit that she had to go through. So when we say legend, that's the doors these two had to kick down so that we could do this.
So, Tia, back to the original question.
Hold on, one more.
Okay, teka lang.
My God. Because I want to do one more. There's one more that like blew me out of the water, okay? And it's a full circle thing. I was on a date and I was watching Hook, right? I was watching Hook like this. You got to remember, Hook was huge. It was like Dustin Hoffman, Robin Williams, Julia Roberts. Like the promotion was just a Hook. They didn't even show him because everyone knew that this was going to be the blockbuster. This was going to be the movie. And I remember watching. I had my popcorn. I was on a date, and then Rufio walked out. I was like, motherfucker.
Is Dante here? Dante, get up!
Love you, bro.
Joe, who directed Hook?
Steven Spielberg.
That's circle of life, and it moves us all. Okay, so I want to go back to the question, Tia and Lou. Like, how does this feel like? I want to understand, like, being in this hell-ass Filipino film where Tagalog is being spoken, where there's a freaking balikbayan box in the middle of the movie. So how does this feel like?
Feels like I finally can be myself.
Yes.
And that's enough. You know, after 40 years in this business, it's Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese. And when I was on General Hospital, I was in the Asian quarter. And I had the Asian doctor, and we went off to help our people in the old land. But there was never any differentiation between each Asian background. And to represent our Asianness, our Filipino-ness, was not even a thought. So thank you, Joe, for getting us up to bat. So all Filipinos show up for this movie. We'll do more, so more of us can be in the movie.
100% props to Joe. I mean, you know, Tia and I have similar experiences. I mean, there just weren't these roles for us, you know. And I tell young actors, don't be the hyphenate actor, be the best actor that you can be, and force them to deal with your talent first and foremost. Don't let them put you in a box. It's an arrival for the Filipino-American community, and I think we've all been allies, because finally, as Asians, we finally raised our hand. We're all so used to being so polite and so quiet, But now I think we're at a place, and for Tia and I, it's been 40 years in coming. We're in a place where it's like we can own our own power, we can own our own voice, and we can put it out there. And if that empowers and passes the torch to other young writers, actors, filmmakers, whomever, that's why this film is more important. And I don't mean to aggrandize it too much, but that's why it makes it a cultural touchstone in this year, and that's a very, very important thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Ayan ha. So, abangan po natin yung Easter Sunday na yan. At ano na po yan, palagay ko ipapalabas din po dito sa atin yan sa Australia. Okay, so another Filipino-American movie. I think finally the Filipino actors worldwide has come together at saka talagang magiging accepted na po tayo mga Noipi sa larangan ng film industry internationally. So that's good. It took us a long time, but we get there finally. Okay. Now, malapit na paalam tayo. So, okay, handugan natin kayo ng isang kanta. Ito'y composition po ng isang kabarangay natin from Sydney, Australia. At ito po ay ating kakapanayamin sa susunod na mga palabas po natin, sa susunod na show natin. Ito po ay kaibigan o kabarangay ni Rado Gatchalian na ating pong naimbita nung nakaraang linggo. Okay, so pakinggan naman natin ang musika ni kabarangay Rene Tinapay. Okay, Rene, ay hiningi po namin sa iyo pahintulot upang atin pong ma-share itong inyong komposisyon sa ating mga kabarangay dito sa Melbourne.
malabo ang mga pangarap. Ang karamihay naghihirap, ninakaw ang mga pangarap. Ang karamihay naghihirap, wala na ang mga pangarap. Kailan tayo mamulag, kailan tayo mag-iisip? Kapag huli ng lahat, saka tayo magdadakip. Hindi na tayo natulog. Tayong maasahan sa mga taong mahaman. Wala tayong maasahan sa mga taong mahaman. Wala tayong maasahan sa mga taong mahaman.
No? Maraming salamat, Kabarangay Rene Tinapay, sa napakagaling mong komposisyon na musika. Talaga pong ano yan, sa all the way from Sydney, Australia. Okay, so paalam time na po at kagaya po ng dati, ito po yung Chairman Fred, nagpapaalam sa inyo at pinukumbida po namin kayo na sumama po sa amin uli at makinig sa ating palatuntunan sa Huwebes ng gabi. Okay? Global Pinoy Show. At kagaya po ng dati, manalangin po tayo upang mailayo naman ang ating mga kabarangay sa Pilipinas. Ngayon pong tawag dito ay panahon na naman ng mga bagyo at tag-ulan sa Pilipinas. At nakita nyo naman na bahang-baha na kaagad ang marami sa mga kalye sa Metro Manila. So atin pong ipanalangin na mailayo po sila sa mga natural calamities.
Oratio Imperata for deliverance from typhoons and other calamities. Almighty Father, we raise our hearts to you in gratitude for the wonders of creation of which we are part, for your providence that sustains us in our needs, and for your wisdom that guides the course of the universe.